Hello and welcome to my channel Happy Hours. In my last video, I described about the background of American Revolution, about the prominent thinkers like Montesquieu, Voltaire and Rousseau, and the causes of American Revolution. In this video, I am going to proceed further and going to describe about the American Revolution and its impact, about the Boston Tea Party and the Continental Congress, significance of American Revolution, about the features of American Constitution, reasons of defeat of Britain, and the impact of American Revolution on the countries like UK, France, and India. So, what are we waiting for? Let's jump to the first topic, which is the Boston Tea Party. Local resident Samuel Adams threw tea bags in the sea. It occurred on the December 1673. Stands as one of the most significant events leading up to the American Revolution. The act of defiance against British rule was orchestrated by American colonists, frustrated with the harsh taxes and the regulations imposed by the destruction of an entire shipment of the tea sent by the British East India Company, and served as a powerful statement against the perceived tyranny of British colonial policy. So we can say that in the 1773 there was a ship laden with tea stationed at Boston. Americans refused to accept tea from England because it was costly, and the British Parliament has imposed extra tax on tea. Therefore, Samuel Adams threw away the tea bag in the Atlantic. This is known as Boston Tea Party. It aggravated Britain. British government decided to close the Boston port. Military was called on important cities. Therefore, tension between England and America reached to the point of conflict. By the year 1774, the First Continental Congress was organized at Philadelphia. In this Congress, there was demand of autonomy, but British government rejected the demand. In the year 1776, the Second Continental Congress was organized. In this Congress, Charter of Independence was prepared, and George Washington was appointed as the commander of the American Army. However, British soldier was led by Lord Cornwallis. French government decided to help in the American War of Independence. France wanted to take back all the colonies which were lost during the 7-Year Wars with the help of France. George Washington finally defeated Lord Cornwallis in the Battle of Yorktown in the 1781. In 1783, Treaty of Paris was organized, which ended the American War of Independence. In this treaty, Britain accepted defeat and agreed for the independence in America. And then the boundary of America was also demarcated. Now let us understand what is the significance of American Revolution. American War of Independence was not only war for liberation against colonial control, but it was demand of rights as a citizen of America. The real importance of the American Revolution lies in the successful framing of the American Constitution. It is the remarkable event of the world which started new era of human race. The American society after revolution realized the great importance of education. It was soon realized that the educated voters were must for democracy. The economic outcome of the American Revolution was also important, like its social and political consequences. The revolution removes all the article that came in the way of capitalist economy. The revolution influenced industries than agriculture. The industries were benefited in two ways. First, American industries got rid of mercantilist restrictions imposed by the England awareness. because the American government want competition with England. So they were focusing on the factories, or we can say to the capitalist economy. Next, they have Constitution for of America. In 1783, they have, as I mentioned, there was a Treaty of Paris. In the year 1787, in Philadelphia, there was a convention which was organized. It was a meeting for the Constitution of American Constitution. They drafted the American Constitution. After the Treaty of Paris, American think tank belonged to the various walk of life assembled at Philadelphia in 1787. There were politicians, jurists, governors, soldiers, merchants, and every field people participated. They framed new constitution. Some of the characteristics of constitution were: it was short and written constitution. In fact, it was the first written constitution in the world. Secondly, it is based on the popular sovereignty. Sovereignty, as we know, is the freedom to think or to take decision on anyone's own. Means they are not going to get forced by the any other countries to form a decision. Next, the presidential form of government. Then the bicameral legislature, means the state and the center, or we can say in the center you are having the two houses. Then the principle of checks and balance, the federal government, supremacy of judiciary, dual citizenship. As we know that there is a dual citizenship in America. First is for the country and the second one is for the state, and the next one is the fundamental right. Now let us discuss the next topic, which is the reason for the defeat of Britain. First reason was geographical complexity of America. Secondly, the efficient leadership of George Washington. Third, the aid to American people by France and Spain. Fourth, UK and US geographical distance. Fifth, fear of French attack on Ireland. Sixth, the differences between monarchy and parliament in Britain. Next, we are having the impact of American Revolution on different countries. First, we are going to discuss about what was the impact of American Revolution on America itself. A republic was established in America. Head of state will be elected, and it had adopted the written constitution. Citizens got fundamental rights, and America was declared a secular state. Industrial revolution was started in America, and America also joined the race of colonization. Next, I am going to discuss about the impact of revolution on UK. There was emphasis on creation of new colonies. In 18th century, Britain lost one of the colony, or we can say one of the empire, and got another, that is India. A liberal policy was adopted towards white colonies. British government decided not to develop any colonies on third world. Therefore, exploitation of India and the other states or the other colonies had increased. So now there were only motto, and that was to exploit and to get more and more money from India or any other colonies. Next, the idea of free trade became popular in England. And the last is the prestige of monarchy declined and the power of parliament increased. Now, the next impact it on the France. France got revenge. The defeat in 7 Years' War, as I have mentioned earlier also, that there was a war in between the France and England in which the England won and France lost many colonies and even the India also. No, they got the revenge by defeating the England in the American War. Next, the French soldiers greatly helped American in getting independence. They successfully established democracy and republican there. When these soldiers returned back to France, they created seeds of revolution. Therefore, it was rightly said, the torch of liberty, which was ignited in America, soon set ablaze in France. So, what happened in America, the same thing was about to start in France. Then, when the constitution was constituted in France, American thinkers played an important role in it. Those thinkers were Thomas Paine and Lafayette. Next and the last is the impact of revolution in India or on India. More strict measures were adopted in India. More and more exploitation was done. They decided not to develop any of the colonies. Else, after the development, they are going to get freedom or they are going to start the revolution, as they have already faced in the case of America. Indians were prevented from united. Now the other thing what they were doing is to prevent Indians to get united. So they started the role policy which was the divide and rule policy. Next, Tipu Sultan was severely suppressed. By this, I am concluding my video. And if you find my video useful, kindly like, share and subscribe. Thank you.